Hey, hey, hey.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. Now gonna get to clapping. Now pop it for a player, pop it for me.
What?
Turn around and drop it for a player, drop it for me.
And what?
What's up, my bomb squad? This is your girl Lisa, and I am back with another video. And we're cooking again today, but this is not restaurant here. This is not restaurant at home. This is just Asian inspired. It's going to be fried rice, fried tofu, and dumplings. That's what it's going to be. It's very simple. I mean, it just depends on what you want to put in it. I'm using chive blossoms. We went to the Asian. Huh? I need cheese. I'm going to get cheese. We went to the say hello as you walk out. We went to the Asian market on Saturday, so I like to get a lot of different things. So I'm going to use, these are called chive blossoms. You might have seen them. They have the tips on there. So those are the chives. Show you a little bit. Celery, regular celery. Use a green bell pepper and these two small, it's red and yellow, sweet bell peppers. Those are the vegetables. And I'm going to use a shallot instead of an onion. I like shallots because they have an onion flavor, but it's not as strong and it's not as harsh as onions can be sometimes. And it also has a little garlic in it. So it all works out. It all works out. So, excuse me, delete for a second. So, shallots. Like small onions. Alright, so we only need 2 skillets. One skillet I'm going to fry the tofu in. One skillet I'm going to fry the dumplings in. Y'all see? Skillet. Just using regular dumplings. Any kind you like. These are just vegetables. The kids are vegetables, so that's the one I'm doing. So, I'm going to start first. Because what takes the longest time is the rice. So I went and bought, this is basmati rice. International market. I went about 10 pounds of basmati for $10. This little 2-pound bag at Walmart is for almost $5. So I went on and did that. But I'm going to finish using this because it's all basmati. If you want to mix the rice up, it all takes about the same cook time in the rice cooker. So that's about 1 pound. I'm gonna do about another pound because they do about, I'm gonna do about another pound of rice because they eat a lot of rice here. Let me take a top piece at Casa DC. Sorry, y'all. They got this thing all bought. They got this thing all tied up like somebody about to steal a grain of rice. I mean, come on, man. Look, I gotta do surgery to get into my rice bag. This better be some good rice. Alright, so while I'm trying to get into the rice bag, because we need to go and get the rice on, because that's what actually takes the most amount of time, is the rice. Once I get the rice on, I'm gonna put the dumplings on because they have to cook. And I'm gonna fry / steam them. I'm gonna fry, get a little caramelization on the outside, and I'm gonna put a top on top of them. And I'm going to just let them go for what they know. Goodness. There you go. I'm almost free. I freed it. And it comes in a zip bag. Who knew? Got a bag on the inside. There you go. Here we go. Cut that. I know I got some extra clothes around here. Alright guys, sorry about getting out the camera frame, had to get a cup, I'm just going to leave it in here. So I got about a pound in there now. I'm gonna put about another pound of rice in there. Get this on first. About 2 pounds of rice. Rice cooker, that should almost fill it up. That's killing bird. Rice expands a lot. Alright. Just like with anything else you're cooking, guys, please make sure you salt your water. So first, I'm gonna rinse the rice off. If you guys got any questions, stir fry is like a really simple, easy thing to do. Because you can put any vegetable, any meat. You can put any kind of seasoning you want in there. I'll show you my seasonings as I go along. I got them all at the international market. I'll tell you what they are. And you can adjust as you go. Because cooking is not just about putting this amount with this amount and then poof, that's baking. Cooking is about making it taste like some love. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Wash your rice. What is cold? Oh, my finger. Just how I tell you. I gotta do it. Alright. So I normally rinse the rice about 3 or 4 times good. I just get my hand in there and stir it up. The water is going to get progressively lighter. So you want your water as light as possible. That's gotten all the starch off the outside of it. Alright. Alright, so alright. Now you can look at the numbers on the side, but I use my finger. If you stick your finger into there, it should meet that first line on your finger. Whoever finger should meet the line. That is the time-honored measurement of rice. I also put a little, depending upon what I'm cooking, if I'm cooking something that's not Asian inspired, I use another kind of oil, like olive oil. I have a shallot oil, but I'm gonna put a little sesame oil in there. It also keeps them sticking and it adds a little flavor to that rice itself. Also, make sure, you guys, salt your rice. I use sea salt, pink Himalayan, or just regular sea salt. I got pink Himalayan now, but if you want to use regular old Morton salt, you can use that too. So, make sure you gotta salt your rice. You gotta salt stuff that you make because it's so hard to season it. You don't have to use a lot of salt, but just enough to make so your rices will take the flavor better. Alright, now this does not need me anymore. I'm gonna put it over here, plug it in. Make sure you cut it on, because one time I was cooking and you have to cut it on the what's the word I'm looking for? You have to push the thing down to turn it on because the light comes on but it's on warm. So I'm thinking we get ready to eat, but clearly I was mistaken because I had it on warm the whole time. So make sure you stuff it on, guys. Don't do like me. Don't have it on warm. It's not cooking. Alright, so I'm going to cook the dumplings in a little bit of butter and a little bit of sesame oil. Butter because it doesn't burn. The sesame oil does not have a good, it's not good to cook so much as flavor. So I'm going to use it about for that, okay? So while that's heating up, I want to wait till that is heated up. I'm going to cook the tofu last because it doesn't take a long time to cook and I don't want it to get cold. I want to be able to, you know, serve it when everything is ready. So I'm going to cook the tofu last, but I will show you how to do it. Alright, so while that is doing what it's doing, let's cut up the vegetables. Alright, so get the shallot out of here so I can show you what it looks like. We have white shallots. We have all kinds of colors, but this one happens to be a purple color. I'm just going to use one. Looks like a small onion. It is a shallot. Alright, so I'm going to cut the end off. I'm going to cut the other end off. I'm going to peel it because I'm going to rinse it off. Even though it has its own permanent cover, I still always rinse my vegetables off. Just to get extra stuff like the onion skin. I don't want any of that sticking to it. So for right now, I'm going to put stuff like that in the sink because we have a garbage disposal. So I'm going to knock that on down with the garbage disposal. This is not coming on. Come on. I mean, really, it's not coming on. It's like it's good. Alright. You see? Here I am. Sorry. This is where my sink is, so if I ever disappear, you hear water, I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get the skin off this shallot. Alright. The skin is off. There you go. That's what it looks like. It's all rinsed out. Alright. So I'm just going to cut it in half like that. And then I'm going to cut it like this. Because it's small and it's thin, just make sure it's all cut all the way through. Please, my lovelies, do not, my squad, please do not cut your fingers. Be careful. Make sure your knife is really sharp. Sometimes DC will use my good knife, which is the one I'm using. But some knives are better than others. She got me this for Christmas, by the way. She got me this one for Christmas. It has good balance. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. You're supposed to be able to balance it. Forget how they do it. I'm not that chefy. Anyway, good balance. It's a good weight on both ends. Alright. Some shallots are down. Shallots are done. Alright. I'm only going to use a couple of these because we are using shallots and these have an onion flavor as well. So I'm only going to use a couple of these. These are called chive blossoms. This is when the chive always blossoms. You wonder why. Chives have flowers. Yeah. Go figure. Alright, as y'all can hear in the background, that is my butter and my sesame oil. And here are my dumplings. I'm going to sharpen this knife right away, guys. I'm going to show you. Got to keep your knife sharp. Keep from cutting stuff. So, just put your dumplings in your thing. I put them all going one way because I'm going to flip them at some point. Okay. Make sure they're all kind of flat. Make sure it's one layer of dumpling. You're going to flip them and move them around. Just let them cook. Alright, now I do season my dumplings. I do. I'm going to use a little fish sauce. That's what this is. I have a whole new bottle. When they cook. Because just like anything else, mirin, which is a sweet, this is mirin. Mirin is a sweet cooking wine. Gives another little dimension of flavor. Yeah. Also helps caramelize a little bit. Hear that? Ah, sizzle. Alright. And a little bit of soy sauce. Alright. That's it. They're done as far as seasoning goes. We'll get back to all those in a second. Alright, so now I'm going to cut up my chive blossoms. Just get them all together. You're just going to... Alright, I have a steel, but this is a knife sharpener. Get yourself a knife sharpener, guys. Right now I'm doing this food, so I'm just throwing a little scraps into the sink. I'm going to push them down. The dishwasher, after I get off after the video. Not the dishwasher. Garbage disposal. There won't be a lot of leftover blue stuff. Now, we're not doing a classic protein. We're doing tofu, but there's going to be eggs in the stir fry. I mean, what is it without that one little, you know, you go to the restaurant, and especially if you go to a buffet, you go up and you get that one little bite, that perfect bite that has the egg and the vegetables. It's just something about that one little chunk of egg. It doesn't have to be, it can be cooked too hard. That one chunk of egg. Alright, so when I use celery, I use the leaves and the stem. So I'm going to take one stalk off the outside, like so. Watch your celery. See, look, it's dirty. It's a root. It was in the ground. Comes off a root. Now, if you go to the inside of your celery, let me show you guys something. Let me show you some gold. See all that on the inside of that? That we wait till the last minute we use because we don't have any celery left. We should use that when we're starting out. Let me tell you why. That core of the celery, this little baby celery, for lack of a better term, when it's kind of light like that, oh, it has such a great celery flavor. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, the camera kind of clicked out for a second. So, use as much fresh as you can. I don't like cilantro, that's all I was trying to figure out what I was saying. Alright, so we use half of a regular green bell pepper. I'm going to pull out the core, where that is. I'm going to rinse out my bell pepper. And that little white that's on the inside of the bell pepper, pull that out too. Alright. So let me check my dumplings. There we go. See, when you put something sweet, like I use that mirin, it is going to caramelize rather quickly. So I'm just stirring them up because I got that one side caramelized. But I don't want these to stick, and I don't want it to look like they're burnt. So what I'm doing is now stirring them around in there, letting everything get all covered and coated. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to go back. So, let me tell you, you want your knife sharp when you're cutting bell peppers and things with skin, because guess what? It won't cut all the way through. Things that are fibrous like celery, things that have an outside skin like peppers, make sure you cut them all the way through, because you'll have like a whole clump of peppers, a whole clump of celery, and it won't be gotten through your food. So, yeah. I gotta get it done. Actually, I have another. Alright, so we put that there. And just again, rough chop, nothing fancy, nothing spectacular. Alright, that's some celery, me and my green bell pepper. And last but not least, on the veggies, that is, those are just small, sweet baby bell peppers. Every color has a different little sweetness level, has a little variation on the flavor. It might not be noticeable, but it does. And it gives your food a good, give your food a good color too. Think about it. The reality is we do eat with our face, not our faces, we don't eat with our faces, we eat with our eyes. And we eat with our eyes first. And if the food doesn't look good, even if it smells good, even if you slipped up and tasted it and it tastes good, but if it doesn't look good the first time, you're going to be a little wary. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, Alright, so I can smell my things. Y'all can't smell just while I'm doing this. This is just a rice cooking wine. You can use any of them. You can get them at Walmart. But I do get mine from the international market. So I'm using that to steam the dumplings. I don't want to use water, because water dilutes the flavor of stuff, guys. It just does. It's not water's fault. It just is what it is. It's water. I don't have a lid big enough for this gentleman, but I do have a pot, a skillet, that will do what I need it to do. It's going to sit right there, and it's going to let those steam. Turn it down, and now we can work on this stuff. Alright, so, see, it's tedious little work like this that makes stuff take a long time. If you don't want to do this, you don't. You can go to the store, or whatever vegetable you got in there. If you like green beans, use your frozen green beans. You like broccoli, you can put your broccoli in there. I normally put sweet peas and carrots in there. I didn't have one, so we're getting these veggies today. Alright, so I'm almost done cutting all of this up. And once I'm done cutting all of this up, I'm actually going to saute it in some bacon fat. Because why? Because it's meat. That's why. I made some bacon yesterday. I saved the fat. That's my mama's doing. It's my grandma. That's my grandmama's doing. My mama, she would save. She would cook bacon, save the grease. And I'm going to saute these vegetables, and then I'm going in the same pan. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to fry some tofu. I'm not going to dice the tofu up. I'm going to fry like tofu slices. Alright. All the vegetables are cut up. Put my face up a little bit, guys. Give me a sec. You can use any meat. If you have like cans of chicken or cans of tuna in your refrigerator, in your cupboard, you can use that. It is endless what you can do. A stir fry can be whatever you stir and fry. Today I'm doing fried rice, fried tofu, and dumplings. You can put whatever you want to. Get whatever seasonings out you want, whatever flavors you want it to be. It can be whatever you want it to be. Alright, my vegetables are done. So now, I'm going to turn on the stove. I'm going to take my good bacon fat. See that? It smells like that. And I'm going to do bacon fat and, again, sesame oil. Now I'll tell you why. You want to layer flavors, but you also want things to be kind of cohesive when you're eating. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be eating something that tastes like your Southern grandmama's kitchen and also tastes like Chinese cafe. So you want to tie that stuff together. So my tie together in this is going to be sesame oil. You can see I'm down to the bottom. I had to get a new one. It's up in the cabinet. I'm not going to need it. You don't want to use a lot of sesame oil because sesame oil can and will overpower your food if you use a lot of it. So I want my oil hot before I put my vegetables in there. Okay? I'm going to season these vegetables as well. So I'll show you when I do that. So let me get my oil hot. And guess what? It's almost time. I'm using extra firm tofu, by the way. You get tofu anywhere, but I use this one from the Asian market. But I've seen them in other places. They have something called seitan, which is wheat protein. If you're vegan, or if you're vegan, clearly you're not going to use the bacon fat. If you're vegetarian, you're not going to use the bacon fat. However, if you just don't want to, you don't want any meat, tofu is a good one. Seitan, you can substitute beans for meat. You can. Beans have a high protein, so you can substitute beans for meat. So anybody's looking for meat substitutions, there are quite a few of them. Jackfruit is another one. Jackfruit, when cooked, tastes like pork, but it is 100% fruit, and it's also kind of sweet too. So jackfruit has a dual purpose, but you can do jackfruit, tofu, seitan, chicken, pig, pork, beef, whatever. You can use shrimp, you can use crab, you can use the imitation crab, you can use scallops. Hell, you can use lobster. If you don't want to be fancy, you can use lobster. Now when you're doing seafood, let me give you this tip. Seafood cooks quickly, and once overcooked, it's like chewing on a rubber band. Your seafood, if you're using shrimp and lobster, let that be the last thing you cook. Okay? Make sure once it becomes that pink, that good pink color, not too white, because the whiter it is, probably the more overcooked it is. But you want it to be that pink right before it looks like super white, and that's a good thing. It's for both of them. Scallops can be eaten raw, but you should get a good sear on the top of scallops. You don't want them overcooked as well, cooked. Calamari, octopus, anything like that, you want to take your time, and you don't want to overcook your seafood, because overcooked seafood is disgusting. Alright, guys, in goes the veggies. I'm just going to saute these vegetables till they are a little translucent, and I'm going to move them to something else, because I'm going to use this seasoned pan, because that's what it'll be by that time. By the time I'm done cooking this down, it's going to be seasoned. It's going to be seasoned with the shallots, with the everything. Is going to be the oil. Let me show you how pretty this mixture looks. Look. See how pretty that is? That's going to go in your food. I showed you that now because it's going to cook down and get a little translucent for me. So that's what we want with that. Check on my dumplings. Dumplings are over here looking dumpling-y. You don't want, because it is, don't want to overcook it, because it'll be tough. Stuff gets tough. I don't know why. Alright, let me wash this off, because I'm going to use one of these, and I'm going to go and cut the tofu up, and I'm going to glaze it. Alright. I'm going to do a simple glaze. It's going to be one thing. So, my tofu. Two things. It's in water, it's packed in water, but after I take it out of the water, I am going to pat it dry. You want to get as much of the moisture out of your tofu as you can, because you don't want your tofu. I mean, it's tofu. It's relatively. I don't mind the texture of tofu, but a lot of people don't like it because it can be kind of mushy. But I'm using the extra firm tofu. Alright. Tofu. Alright. So I'm going to take this paper towel, and I'm going to kind of just roll up my tofu, and I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. They use, I just can't for the life of me. I see them on TV using like the towels that we cook with. I just can't do that. You know how much stuff we do with those towels? That has nothing to do with food. So I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it out. Even though I've taken it out of the moisture, As you can see, it still holds quite a bit. Alright. Get my slightly damp tofu over there. You should smell this stuff, guys. You should smell it. It's smelling like good in here. So I'm going to use in this this is a mushroom sauce for people who are allergic to shellfish. Oyster sauce. It's an excellent condiment. Very good. And it gives you a certain amount of earthiness to your food, even though it is oyster sauce. To get that same earthiness, because Boo Bear has the shellfish allergy, I use the mushroom sauce. A little bit of that. A little bit of soy sauce. Soy sauce is what gives you the salt. You still put a little salt and stuff in there if you want to. And this, the Najai that we were talking about before, Nor has one. Same thing. It's just a seasoning. I don't know what's in it. It's like amino acids and something. I don't know quite what's in it. But I'm thinking it's like international Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to go with that. Alright, so I'm just going to let these saute. I'm going to let this stuff break down. Let some of this liquid cook out of it. Because it's almost time. The rice is like the very last thing I'll do. I mean, not the rice. The eggs are the very last thing I'll do. So put that down. Now we're going to slice our tofu. I'm just going to use even slices. Here's my knife on. And I'm going to cook it all because she can take it to work tomorrow for lunch. Once you, it's easier to get an even coating on things if you use a little brush. Alright, let me show you these vegetables. Like what I'm talking about the cooking now, the color I wanted them to be. This is what I want them to look like. You see? Alright. So, I'm going to take these up. Just gonna put them in a little bowl. Because in a minute, we're gonna mix all this up. Okay. That's the base. Okay, now I'm going to glaze my tofu. Simply brush the stuff on there. That's it. That's the beginning and then the glazing on. Brush the stuff on. One side. Doesn't matter if you stack them. I just want the glaze on them. So I'm going to flip them and glaze them again. All these glazed up. My stove is still on. It's the reason that I don't have the pan on there, because I don't want to turn the stove off because I don't want it to heat back up. Because that is another peril of electric cooking. You have to wait for it to heat up. It's not like fire. It comes out hot. It's electric, so you gotta make it hot. So I gotta get a big cutting board. I have a huge cutting board, but I mean it's huge. I got it from work. When you're cooking, you're always going to always keep a dirty hand. A dirty, clean hand. Does that make sense? Like now, my hand needs to be clean because I'm touching food, but it's going to get dirty because I'm picking these up to move them around instead of using a tongue or a fork, which can break them, because I can better gauge what I want to do. Now, let me show you another trick, guys. so you don't have to wait. I'm gonna put that back on there. All right. This is shallot oil. I'm down to the last little drop of my shallot oil. Can you see this, guys? I got this one from Walmart. But I need to see. You know what? I didn't even check when I was in there to see if they had shallot oil when I went to the thing yesterday. Oh. Here we go. Want all the flavors to match. I'm going to put this in glaze side down. And why am I going to do that? Because I'm going to glaze the other side. Wow, that side is cooking. Alright. So, I'm going to get this side of this glazing. Just gonna let that cook for. It doesn't take really that long. I'm gonna let it. I'll turn it down a little bit, just because it's popping more. Good. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a break, and when I come back, I'm gonna assemble it so you can see what it is. When I come back, all the components will be done: the tofu, the dumplings, the rice. I got a fried egg. It's just a simple scramble on the egg. I don't have to show you that. It's nothing special. And when we come back, we're going to get this thing going, y'all. Got it back. And through the magic of YouTube, guys, I am back. Now we are going to build our fried rice. So, here's the rice out of the cooker. I always build it in a big bowl. I always do. Just because it's going to grow exponentially. This is going to be so much more than this pot right here. So, I always use a big bowl. However you want to do it, it's up to you. So, you kind of want to loosen up the rice, guys. Just loosen it up. Always wear something on your hands. You know my good old been working in restaurant hands are a little more rough than other people. So we dump our rice in first. There you go. That's enough. Now we're just going to use it on. Wait, when you come home tomorrow, you'll take it, it'll be gone. Alright, rice is in. Now I'm going to season the rice first right quick before I start adding other things. This is what we're talking about. We're layering the flavors. Oh, my bad. I didn't show you. This is the tofu. That's the savory. That's the sweet. I did 2 glazes. Quick and easy. Same glaze. I just add a little honey. Honey is the lifesaver. Never forget that. Alright, so I'm going to put in some sesame oil into my rice. Keep it from sticking. And I'm going to use a little mirin for some sweetness. Just a little bit. Unlike classic wine, this sweet wine doesn't have that alcohol taste that you normally want to burn off. So that's why I can use it like that. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of soy sauce, because soy sauce does make us salty. And we have seasoned everything. That's why you season everything as you go. That way you don't try to dump a lot. I also use fish sauce. I got a little bit left. I'm just going to use all this. I think fish sauce is more Vietnamese or Korean. It's like soy sauce, but it gives you that little umami, that little, I don't know quite what that taste is, but I like it taste. You know what I'm talking about? Last but not least, as far as the sauces, I'm going to use my mushroom sauce. I'm going to use the sauces that I use on everything else so that everything is cohesive. Ugh. It's not an awesome texture. And then we're going to just mix the rice up really good. You want to get it that color, you know, that fried rice color. Since we're not technically frying it, I'm not technically putting it back in and frying it again. It's cooked. I don't like mushy rice. My family don't like mushy rice. So, and I don't know all the tricks and the trades that they do in the Chinese restaurants when they do the fried rice and it comes out perfect every time. So I have found my perfection in not frying it again. Hate mushy rice. Alright, good air. Alright. Next but not least. Next. Now, hey, check it out. How about this? Check it. Walmart. It's an Asian seasoning. For anything. I use that as a finisher. Try it. In go our veggies. Veggies next. Stir those up. I'm almost done. You do understand that your rice is now almost done. Alright. And last but not least, your eggs. Everybody in the pool, as they say. Just break it up, stir it up. I used a lot of eggs. My family likes eggs in their rice. I like the eggs in the rice. So this is going to be kind of eggy. I like it like that. If you like it like that, use as many eggs as you want. If you don't like a lot of eggs, use 1 or 2. If you don't like any, use none.
Yeah.
You know how your girl is. She's always, however you want to make it, whatever you want to do, that is what we do. Alright? So, now that I have everything mixed, I'm going to taste it. And I was tasting as I went with my other stuff, but now that it's all together, I want to get that final taste to see if I need to add anything. So, clean spoon. Try to get a little bit of everything. Alright. That's it. 1 spoon. I'm going to check it. Alright, a little bit of soy sauce. This was a lot of rice. A little bit of soy sauce. And this, the Bamboo Chef, Kick It Up. It's an Asian seasoning. Rice was a little light skinned, so probably meant I didn't have no soy sauce in it. Alright. Try one more time. That was it. That was it. That was it. That's what's up. Let me show you what it looks like. See it? You see that? I just did that. We just did that. So now I'm gonna make a plate for DC, and then she's gonna do her normal job, taste testing. So I'm gonna get it. Like I said, you may not be a chef, but you play one at home. Make it look chefy. Make it look like you watch Food Network. Alright, so I'm going to give her some of this. I'm going to give her some savory. My savory one's broke, guys. It's okay. It's still going to be up. Still up. And give her some sweet. Alright. And last but not least, there's some of these dumplings that's sitting over here, just getting delicious and ready to go. Here we go. when you have so much savory, found a little sweet and a little heat breaks it up. I got this hot honey, y'all. Let me tell you something. Taste on my Mike's hot honey. It's a beast. Babe! Come here. No soy sauce, no nothing. Just Mike's hot honey. That's all I want you to put on there. Are you sneezing, babe? Close this out. I gotta sit down for a second. Go ahead, go ahead.
Alright, get some taste in this, y'all.
Yeah, I told you what was coming.
I ain't blessed the food.
Okay. Jesus will. Go ahead.
Anyway. It's hot. It's good. This tofu?
Mm-hmm.
That's good too. Y'all want some? It's good.
You like the honey on top of the dumplings?
Mm-hmm.
With the hot, just a little bit of hot, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet.
It's good, y'all. It tastes good. Come on, let's close it up.
I'm not too.
Somebody go eat.
I ain't rushing me. How much you ready to go eat?
Cause it's late. I told you I like eating before 7.
I know, baby.
It's getting late. I don't know about y'all, but this is bomb.
All right. Thank you guys so much. You know what time it is. This is Cooking with me, Lisa, the Bomb Squad.
Eating DC. Sorry, go ahead.
Make sure you like this video if you haven't already liked this video. Guys, go ahead and like it for me right now. Thank you. Comment down below what else you want to see me cook. If you want to see me do variations on this. If you want to know what else you can do with this, let me know. Or anything you want to comment, actually. Share this video so that other people know that you do not have to go out to get takeout. Alright?
She made some Hunan Lisa.
I hate you. Goodbye. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video, guys, you can join us. So this is your girl, Lisa. This is Cooking with me. This is you don't have to go out to get takeout. You can make takeout at home.
Hunan Lisa.
Don't say that. I don't know what it is. I've never been to that province.
Okay.
Why you doing? This your girl, Lisa.
And DC Kool-Aid.
And we out.
Peace.
Yeah, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa doing challenge on your head top. Yeah, you know what's happening when you tune in. Story times, pranks, and blogging, man. Be a great big family, be the Bomb Squad. We on that grind to a number with a K, best believe you'll stay. You can chill with the fam like most of y'all do. DC Kool-Aid, Lisa, and Nick too. With Charles and Barbie living that YouTube life. We love our fans and supporters, we a family dude. So come on down to Bomb Squad Town. Have a seat watching videos. And nobody likes to hate, keep it positive and have a nice day. Oh, I forgot. Smash that like button. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. Hey!